Maswali yanaendelea kuibuka kuhusu hatma ya shughuli ya kukusanya saini milioni 10 iliyozinduliwa jana na kinara wa Azimio Raila Odinga na viongozi wengine wa upinzani kwa lengo la kubandua mamlakani Rais William Ruto na serikali yake ya Kenya Kwanza. Maswali hayo yanatokana na kuwa tume huru ya uchaguzi na mipaka nchini IEBC haina makamishena.
So right now we're looking at roadblocks put on the path of the constitution. There is no IEBC commission in place. So the question is, are we going to have a referendum even if the 10 million signatures are collected? Are we going to have a boundary review process carried out during the time it's supposed to be carried out?
The process of electing these people were also captured by the government. And those are the things that are jeopardizing the process. Why the government is hell-bound in jeopardizing the process, these are the things that now we must speak aloud and actually broadcast so that citizens should know what the interest of the government is all about. Because if they're interfering with our electoral process, they are interfering with our sovereignty and our way of how to delegate it.
He was very clever that this could happen. That's why IEBC is dysfunctional, so that there is no way to execute even what is the constitution.
Ni swala ambalo upinzani umetishia kubuni tume sambamba endapo serikali itaendelea na mpango wake wa kubuni bila mchango wao.
We will collect signatures from Kenyans, and I've said we will also form an electoral commission, and we will carry out a referendum to delegitimize this regime.
Kenya is a multi-party democracy. And as a multi-party democracy, we need a multi-sectoral approach. In this multi-sectoral approach, let's have a consensus built by all the stakeholders that the constitution has produced.
Licha ya kizingiti hicho, wataalamu wa sheria wanasema njia ipo na kwamba si lazima kuwe na IEBC.
Article 1 says that our sovereignty can be exercised directly or through our delegated representatives. If our delegated representatives, for whatever reason, do not or cannot exercise our sovereignty, we take it upon ourselves as the people. The doctrine of necessity can be invoked in such critical circumstances to ensure that the will of the people is applied.
We can take a petition to High Court to interpret if we have 10 million signatures and you have an illegitimate government in place that cannot listen to you. What do? They can say, well, we declare that we can have a snap election in this time around, and that will happen. And they can take it to Supreme Court, challenge it. If Supreme Court agrees, we do it.
Isaac Olocher, mtaalamu wa sheria, anasema kuna mataifa ambayo mbinu hii imetumika barani Afrika.
If we go back to Nigeria during the term of the presidency of Mohamed Musa Yar'Adua, and he was incapacitated and nothing was moving as far as they laid down constitutional structures. When the matter was taken to court, the courts ruled that when circumstances arise that you cannot implement the constitution, you invoke what is called the doctrine of necessity, and what should happen as far as what the people are concerned is what eventually the courts will rule.
Yote tisa, hofu sio kwa uchaguzi na masuala ya uchaguzi pekee, bali pia jukumu la kutathmini mipaka nchini, jukumu wanalohoji wadau kuwa muda umeyoyoma kikatiba.
As it stands right now, the boundary delimitation, which is a mandate that is spelled out in the constitution, a mandate to be conducted by IEBC, and actually its constitutional timeline is in our constitution, which should be expiring in 2024 March.
Kulingana na kinara wa Azimio, saini milioni 10 zinatarajiwa ziwe zimekusanywa katika juma moja lijalo. Philip Murutu, runinga K24, Nairobi.